Yeah, bro, bro. This One Piece chapter really got me excited. I knew based on the spoilers a lot was gonna happen, but even more happened than I thought. So let's start off with how everything played out. So look, what I was most worried about is Luffy's allies gonna handle Reverie appropriately. So I was thinking the worst case scenario, if they show off signs that they favor Luffy, it could totally throw off the whole nature of Reverie. Cause think about it like this. If you know Reverie got like 50 countries, show off there, and like 4 of them say, hey, we saw Luffy, he the GOAT, he's not a bad person, it could ruin everything on a big scale. That's what I was hoping. However it plays out, Luffy and his allies just don't make things hot. But the way Elizabeth Olio's acting right now, they could have probably gave away the secrets. And the way Leo's talking about, wait, we can be up anyone we want? Nah, we can't be having that, cuz that's too wild even for me. But the biggest confusion for me this chapter was, okay, Bonnie, who does she side with? Because at first I was saying, is she a revolutionary? Is she like a noble? But based on what we learned, right? Essentially, Bonnie, based on her namesake, is a noble who turned into a pirate. That's what her name stands for, because she's based on a real pirate. But the way she's invading into Mary Joie and going behind the gate, or trying to go into a gate, especially have the guard one, I'm thinking, okay, based on what we know about her history, she's somewhat important to the world government. So maybe her power is how Gorosei stay so young. Because they're saying, alright, we're starting to age again. Hit up Bonnie. Alright, make us like the same age you see us in this picture. Alright, thank you. Get out. But if we call you back, we need you to pull up again. Maybe that's what's going on. Doesn't that make sense to me in that sense? But she's crying for Kuma and saying her infiltration mission was a success. So what exactly her mission was? What's the mission for? Is she trying to save Kuma just like Saba and the revolutionaries? What's up? What side does she side on? I don't really know that answer per se, but I kind of want to know. So for me, it's revolutionary. I wouldn't be surprised, but I've never seen a revolutionary also be a pirate. So maybe it's like a pirate who just sides with the revolutionaries' ideals, such as, hey, people deserve freedom. People should have choice to do whatever they want and think's best for them. That makes sense to me. But if she just says, oh, I was a world noble, and then I realized I don't like the way they operate, so what I did, I got away and became a pirate, I wouldn't be surprised if she said that. Because for what I'm looking like, Bonnie has humanity in her. A good amount of humanity. So let's say that was the case. She couldn't stand the sight of people like celestial dragons. The fact she's there has to give some hint to her affiliation. Yeah, she's probably worst generation, but there's more to her. Now, the one thing I was also wondering about, what could Fuji, Riku, and Cobra need to talk about? And the fact the girl said like, yo, that's not a good thing. The Nefertari family, they betrayed us. They're supposed to be part of the original Twin Kingdoms, and look at them now. They descended into the lower world. Trash. Yeah, you can be upset, but I feel like I understand what happened. Maybe Nefertari family realized a long time ago they don't like how, you know, celestial dragons operate. They're saying, you know what, y'all can be gods, cool, but do you have to treat everyone else like they're trash in comparison? Because maybe they think the way gods work, supposed to be there for the people and be like some symbol of humanity, and since they're not like that, probably dipped out. Now for the Kuma thing, yeah, I think I have an idea what's going on, and it kind of relates to Vegapunk, but I don't know the full connection. My guess is, okay, Vegapunk was made to deal with world government. Because remember, we know Caesar, Judge, and Vegapunk all used to be colleagues. So maybe what happened, those two got away, but then Vegapunk, he was forced a situation, he has to stay with the world government. And they're saying, look, you can research all you want. We're not going to kill you. We're not going to torture you. But here's the deal. When we call you and tell you to do something, you do it. If you make any invention, we want it. It owns... I'm trying to think of the words. Wait. If you make any invention, it's our invention too. We run this show. You can't do anything we don't appreciate or enjoy. As long as you do that, you won't get killed. And then Kuma came along maybe sometime later and he's like, hey, you make a cyborg, right? Go ahead and do it and use this guy. He is a former revolutionary commander and a king and we use example. So show people exactly what happens when you mess with the world government. Yeah, cuz, yeah. And then Kuma realized the situation, said, all right, but quick question though. Can I get one order that even if I become this cyborg you're talking about, I could still have some free will? One time for the one time. Because I like how Sabo and the revolutionaries like, yo, no, we gotta save Kuma. He's not the same Kuma we know. Sabo was mentioning he needs to be gentle. So it's like, yo, what exactly made Kuma decide to go with revolutionaries after being a king? I don't get that connection. But maybe he just said, you know what? He wants better conditions for everyone else. So that's why he sided with them. And then after that, government pursued him, leading him to be this. But I don't get why he's a slave, especially being a warlord. But now I kind of get it. We know the world government are. They love control. So maybe realizing allowing celestial dragons to slave Kuma makes things better for them. That's what they did. Because think about it. This guy betrayed the world government away. And now he's their dog. It's the ultimate irony. And he's stuck. He can't do a single thing about it. And from a look of it, it's like maybe every once in a while, it's like, hey, y'all want Kuma? Yeah. When you available? Oh, he's available Wednesdays and Fridays. It's your turn, Celestial Dragon. Do your thing. And then boom, they just ride him, abuse him, and it's like, haha, he's not even a human no more. So I can just beat him up, stab him. He didn't even complain. Greatness. I feel bad for Kuma. And I do hope that they can save him, but they do save him. He's still like a robot. He's not really the same guy they know. So does saving him actually make sense in this case? Because it's like, what's really going to change at the end of the day? But yo, they have really two choices. Succeed or die. And remember, they're invading at Reverie. So you already know if they mess up, the same thing happened to Kuma can happen to them. Where they get used as social experiments and they get slaved, turned to cyborgs. We don't even know if the world government will forgive them, especially because revolutionaries. It's wild stuff, bro. For the most part, it's not revolutionaries, it's people where they're tired of the government's BS and they're kind of aware of the truth. That's how it looks to me, at least. So it truly is something else, to say the very least. Now, another thing I'm really worried about is, okay, let's say Fuji whole time was like, yo, I only join the Marines to destroy the warlord system. And now that I can talk to a king or two about it, I'll make it happen. But maybe they're talking about something else, or that's another topic they're having. Because the way I see it, Cobra, Riku, and especially King Neptune, they all think the same thing. They just want equality the way it looks to me. Because look, Neptune just wants to realize that I can live on the surface and enjoy the beauty of it. Not all humans are bad, but we got some bad humans out here in these streets. So maybe they're just planning something big. Because to me, Fuji reminds me of like those characters where they only join a certain side just to change from the inside out. So he's not really like 100% Marine in my mind. He's like maybe 75%. But I don't think he agrees with the current Marines' ideals. And if he's a justice, I don't know what kind of justice he may be, though. I don't see him as absolute justice, though. Maybe he's a different type of justice. Like, maybe he's like a unbiased justice? Nah, I don't think so. Who knows at this point, Brad? But we will understand in due time. But what really surprised me in this chapter was the Gorosei, because it's kind of funny. Last chapter, it was like, yeah, empty throne. No one sits on it. It's to symbolize that we don't have a tyrant. But with this chapter, my thoughts are maybe they have like this really weird relationship with I'm Sama, where it's like, here's what I'm Sama told them. You guys are the 5 great elders. You run the show. Y'all can do whatever. But here's the catch. When I give y'all command, y'all do it. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me when. Just do it. You understand? So keep this facade up. Y'all do run things in public eye, but I outclass all of y'all. That's how I feel. Because why call this person Sama? Like, come on, bruh. Y'all Gorosei. Y'all kneeling for this random person. But this random person seems really weird because I'm guessing they could probably make the foundations that we know today. Like 3 great powers, Marines, you know, stuff like that. But who really knows? Because I was thinking, if Yonko's a title, who assigned the title? Who made it important? Because to me, Yonko just a thing invented so if you go to New World, you realize what Law said. Either constantly oppose these great forces or go under them to survive. And same thing with the warlord system. It seemed like the warlord system was made to benefit the world government. So it's like, if worst case scenario, you gotta fight a Yonko, you have like 7 pirates who should be your loyal dogs. You know? Something like that. It's also a good benefit for pirates because it comes to New World and you'd be like, well, I ain't trying to get bodied or anything, right? So, let me just get this warlord status so I can do things undercover, not really get caught up by Marines. That's how it looks to me. But, could be wrong about it. But the reason I say I'm someone could be like that kind of person, think about what the Gorosei was saying on the final page. Let me pull it up. No, they mentioned 2 things that really stood out to me. The balance of the world cannot be maintained forever. So does Sama decide the balance, or the Gorosei and Sama work together to create this 3 great power type balance? Because look, it seems there's a need for great cleansing. And the way cleansing is used, I feel like this means either massacre or just killing in general. And look, Sama, everyone's arrived, and as you see on the floor, like a sword stabbing Shirahoshi, her picture. And then you see Blackbeard's picture ripped up, and Luffy's ripped up. And I find it funny how it's like they show a zoom in close up of like a stab like her right eye looks like. And then you see Luffy's like cut like a weird triangle. And Blackbeard is like literally like ripped, you could tell. But they have a picture of Vivi and it's perfectly fine. So I guess they like Vivi. Because it has like the little thought bubble that they're thinking. And as they sit on the throne, girls say like, yo, the light that needs to be extinguished from history. Have you decided who it should be yet? If you have, please tell us their name. So from this I'm gathering, anytime like a big person who could change the world forever pops up, the girls have this conversation with Sama. And wherever the light decides to extinguish, it's Gonzo. So maybe Reverie also exists for this purpose. So it's like Reverie just to prioritize what's important to deal with and what's like, you know, just a nuisance right now. And now what's happening, they could have like the girls say talk to Sama because no one's gonna really, you know, watch them super hard. Cause I always wonder, what do the girls actually do, like when no one's watching? And now we kind of have an idea what they be plotting on a low. Because think about it, the way they making these faces, I could tell they did this before. So maybe that's what happens every time. It's like, oh, big threat. Sama. Who do we get rid of? Just say the word and we do it. And Sama, I think, is a girl. The reason I say that is just because it's super thin silhouette. And look at the way the throne is shaped. It kind of matches like the way that person dressed. And just the eyes alone give me the idea of like a female that looks kind of like Amande. I'm not going to say it's Amande, but it looks and reminds me of Amande. The way the eyes are and kind of the face is shaped. So, whew! Maybe this person assigned the Gorosei to be like the top official figurehead. Something like that. Because if you think about it, it makes sense. The Gorosei aren't absolutely evil, but they do evil twisted things because they feel like, yo, when this person pops up, we can't ever betray them. They run us. They are everything. They are the world itself. So I remember kind of having a conversation with the Gorosei, and you could tell they were like, listen, Mo, we may have a lot of power, but we don't actually run the world. We're just like what's the word, like second in command, I think is what I'm going for. Kind of keep thinking about it, like, yo, the Gorosei are just really interesting people, honestly. What do y'all think about the Gorosei? Do you think they are evil or not really? Because it's kind of funny to me. These guys can command the Marines, Cypher Pole, and, ooh, this is according to the wiki, they made the Pago Shibakai. So they basically made the warlord system. I'm saying, what if someone told them, like, I'm Sama A, listen, you gonna make this system, and here's why it matters, y'all just gonna do it? Because I kind of find it funny about how everything played out. But why did they meet Shanks earlier? Did, like, what did they talk about with Shanks? And I could tell I'm Sama probably doesn't like Blackbeard because maybe they realized Blackbeard's constitution allows me devil fruits. They realize he's really changing the world for the worse. Same thing with Luffy, like he's really causing uproar, and they don't like all this because it's thrown off what they stand for. Because to me, the girls say, I'm probably think the same way, where they love balance, love control. You take away control, and they just become very uncomfortable and annoyed. Because to me, the world government, their symbol, it's like they want everything under one umbrella. That's why I do stuff like Reverie, and that's why I probably made the warlord system, maybe even the Yonko system. So it's like they have all these little things that they can control and make it so even if pirates do get out of hand, they have countermeasures and they have things in place. Because you could tell they don't like Luffy at all. And it's like they just don't like the idea of people challenging them. So it's like, it's very, very weird. But I don't know. I feel like we don't know their personalities enough to like really like make a claim of their bad, good, chaotic, evil, whatever the case may be. But this I'm someone I don't think this is a good person at all. They probably like a really bad person in total. The Great Kingdom's name. Yeah, they did do that. Because the Gorosei are afraid of having a void sentry. So, they have a lot of skeletons in their closet. A lot. And as you can see, they just don't like the influence of piracy. So I'm thinking maybe the reason the Gorosei are like the way they are, and they want to be in a good light so much, it's like real politics. You don't want the country you run to think that it can't trust you, it can't rely on you, they should be self-sufficient. You want to think, yo, we run the show, they know it, and as long as they have us in control, everything goes smooth. That's what I'm guessing. Because look, they don't like people mention the Void Century, and they hide a lot of facts that happened because they just don't like the way certain things play out. Now, let's see here. Yeah, because I was wondering, like, why when they was told by Fuji what Doffy did for abusing the warlord system, they was like, no, don't cover it up, don't say nothing. Like, come on, cuz they should have did something about it. And when, I'm just saying, like, they just so weird to me. And I find it interesting how they was like, they told, let's see, I remember just Rosa, they were saying to Akanu that, hey, they shouldn't be concerned as the Marines' only public face of world government, and Typhoon will take care of the rest. But that's how I know Akano don't really know everything. Because look, when Akano was like, look, the Sister Giants walk over you, and y'all the puppets. They got really mad, and they said they blamed Akano for Akoji joining Blackbeard. So that's why I feel like the girls say are weird people in general. It's like they really on some other stuff. I was wondering, like, what really happened to Shanks? Did Shanks leave already? Or like they have like a brief talk and he's alright, he's a pirate, and they'll do a flashback to it. Maybe do a flashback to it and that's how it all ends, and it happens like next chapter, maybe 2 chapters from now, but I don't really know how to process this all. I think I need to talk about one more thing. I'll end it here. I feel like I missed a detail. Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. I got me confused. Oops. All right. Here's the detail that got me lost for a second. You can tell one of the Gorosei, the one with like the liver spots on his face, he cares about heritage a lot, and the other one like next to him with like the big old beard, he talking about, he kind of agrees with them. So what are the Gorosei exactly? Like, what's their heritage? And they really don't like chaos. I can tell that a lot. So what are the big moves gonna be? Oh, but seriously, what? Why did King Cobra wanted to have a meeting with the Gorosei? Like, fam, maybe he wanted to talk about, oh, I figured out why my family, Nefertari family, decided to, like, you know, remain on the surface despite being one of the founding 20 members, because they realized that y'all not really right, and all the stuff y'all do don't really add up and make the most sense. And then they was gonna, you know, have to kill him for knowing that information. That's something that could really get me, like, on the same page, because think about it. Goes back to what I was saying, like, Bonnie. What if she really is like a noble, and then after realizing how bad they are on the dumb stuff they did, she just left because she's saying, I'm not really with this. It's not really fair to anybody. Y'all could do all this wild stuff, but at the end of the day, y'all's going to be like, oh, you know, it's not a big deal. Stuff happened. Yada yada. Because to my understanding, the Gorosei and all their actions kind of indirectly led to the current state of the world. Because the way I see it, Goldie Roger probably was saying, yo, the only way to make the world a better place, we kind of need a pirate age. If the Gorosei or anyone finds out, like the Marines, know what I did and know about my treasure, boom, game over. So that's why when he died, he was like, look, I'm not going to say where it is, but go search for it, because he knew that's what he had to do. And that's why Whitebeard confirmed, yeah, One Piece is real. And look, you're not the one Roger's waiting for. So it's interesting. So maybe the whole time Shanks like guarding the throne. He may know how to get Raftel, the importance of the One Piece. Same thing with Relay, and they're just waiting for someone worthy like Luffy. So maybe what Shanks went to do was like, hey, let me tell you the story of Luffy, or how Blackbeard came about. That'd be kind of spicy, zesty. But I don't know. But based on like the Ace novel, it seems like, yo, Blackbeard always been conceited, and that's the exact reason why he's doing all this stuff. He probably from a long time ago wanted a title like Pirate King and felt like he needed all these preparations to do it. And that's why he's doing everything he does right now. I could be wrong, but it's just, I don't know how else to make sense of this chapter. It's like, in the worst case scenario, Luffy's allies will uncover the truth of the world and all this stuff they're not supposed to know. And then when that happens, death is going to happen to a lot of people. And that could ruin Luffy and his chances of actually facing Kaido and going forward in the future. Because his allies could tell him, hey, Luffy, we learned about this and that. Tell Robin, and here's what y'all can do. Here's what y'all need to know. But, no. The way it's looking, Cobra may have just made enemy of the Gorosei, and they probably didn't like him already, so haha, he may end up dying for real. Because if the Gorosei was cool with having Shanks, like, you know, talk to him because it was Shanks, what would they want to talk about with the actual king like Cobra? Especially knowing that in their eyes he betrayed them, what his family did, and he's still doing this stuff. I don't think he's gonna tell them, I want to be a Celestial Dragon again. I don't think he'll say something that crazy. He's not going to be like, well, I know the truth about the Void Century now, my family trying to protect, I know about Ancient Weapon, and then as soon as he says that line, gets killed on spot. I'm worried now that Vivi may lose her dad, and the way those posters ripped up, maybe it's a foreshadow that someone wants to get rid of Luffy and Blackbeard and Shirahoshi as soon as possible, but they want to keep Vivi alive, so maybe go after her father and then take Vivi in, make her Celestial Dragon or something like that. I don't know, bro. It's just, this chapter was brazy. It was really good. You think Sama is a sea devil? I can't really see that because the way I'm Sama looks to me, they remind me a lot of Amanda's design. Amande, you know, from Big Mom's family. Especially the eyes. I think she's maybe like, I don't know how to describe her, but she has a lot more influence than we think. Because maybe what's going to happen, they're going to do her reveal, and then she's like, listen, I'm this important figure. The will of D is this, etc., etc. Y'all remember, y'all have to listen to me because I have all this power. Yes, Gorosei, you may be in charge of the world, but I am in charge of the world, and it's heavens, because there has to be some hierarchy to this, because so far it looks like, okay, it's like Gorosei, then it's like Marines, then somewhere between Marines and like Gorosei, it's like Cypher Pole, then it's like Warlords system right now, and then it's like, Warlord system is like Pirates, and then like somewhere around the Gorosei, you have to put in Celestial Dragons. But the way I see it, it's like Celestial Dragons and like the Five Great Elders are like kind of the same vein to my understanding. Remember with the last chapter, spoilers, the way it was trying to phrase everything, the Gorosei like the 5 highest Celestial Dragons. And they run the world, they control the world, but they don't have like full power in my eyes. It's like they do run stuff, but I think if I'm someone that gives a command, the second it happens, it bypasses all of their power. Something along those lines. Because look at the first girl. So he's like, oh, I'm Sama. And they instantly know with Neil. And the way they emphasize light, it's like, I don't know why they emphasize it. Is it like something where it's like, essentially, putting a threat to Gorosei, well, Gum is like, indirectly defying I'm Sama, a god or some angel? That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Could be wrong, but all in all, sensational chapter. I'll easily give it like 11 out of 10. Like, it really got me hyped. It was the first time, or the spoilers, I was actually shook. I had to reread several lines to make sense of it. And even as I read the chapter, it can go so many different ways. So like I said, best case scenario, Luffy's allies can claim Luffy as their Yonko, so therefore they are Luffy's Yonko territory. Worst case scenario, by saying they side with Luffy, these kings that are Luffy's allies, they're basically making the enemy of the other kingdoms and the world government, then creating this giant divide of Luffy and his allies versus everyone else. But then I'm also worried about, what is Fuji gonna do? Because why is he talking to King Cobra and King Riku right now? Is he gonna be like, hey, look, King Riku, the whole thing happened with Doflamingo and Dressrosa. It's a clear sign we don't need the warlord system. It has to go as soon as possible. No excuses. Now, Cobra, remember, you also had Crocodile. You've seen how this works. The warlord system gives this great like leeway for pirates to come to kingdoms, act like they're the king, do all these crimes, all this crazy killing, and then y'all can't do a single thing about it because 1, they're a warlord. 2, it's like, even if they commit these crimes, you can't really arrest them as Marine. You just gotta watch it happen and just take it for what it is. But if we didn't have the warlord system, if any pirate like Crocodile or Doflamingo pops up again, the second they start acting wild, we can arrest them, detain them, kill them, solve all your problems. I'm saying this because my goal is to not only eradicate the warlord system, but change the world for the better. I believe the warlord system was the dumbest mistake that the world government made. Allow me to explain. You can't side with pirates. The Yonko system makes sense because we don't run those Yonko. We don't give them orders. They simply act as guard dogs. But when it comes to warlords, it's like, best way to describe it, imagine a guard dog. But anytime you're not around, you just let the chain go. You just never know how many people's gonna bite, all this crazy stuff. I also like Celestial Dragons, but I can't worry about that problem now. But we destroy the infrastructure from the inside out, change will happen. Great things will happen. So trust me, if y'all can at Reverie, directly, indirectly, however you can, influence everyone to destroy the warlord system, we can have a better world. Because when the warlord system goes down, you know how these people work. They try to make a better thing to replace it. They use Vegapunk's new technology, his new pacifistas. Then, once they get rid of that, or, you know, they start relying on that, they realize, hey, we can't control pirates. We don't need to control pirates. We just gotta trust our own entities like CP, like the Marines. You know where I'm going with this? That's how I know One Piece still is amazing, bruh. Like, every mini arc is always a banger. I was excited for every, and now I can actually tell people this is why I was excited for every. It's just, this changes the whole One Piece world. What happened at Reverie changes what happens at Wano. Changes what happened at Elbaf. And maybe we'll learn exactly something about the Void Century, all this wild stuff, and we'll start to see why the world government's hiding all these secrets, this history. Because remember, history is written by the victor. So maybe low-key and high-key, the people like I'm Selma, the Gorosei, they want to make sure people like Roger, Rayleigh never pop up again. This arc is going to be the defining arc of One Piece. It's like the beginning of the end to me, because think about it. Reverie's happening, all this crazy stuff's happening to talk about how it's all going to go down. But we going to see. So, to wrap it up, A++ chapter. You know it's lit when I can't even get my sentences out right. Whew. I'm just excited, bro. I'm just so happy that I'm a One Piece fan. And this reminds me of why I liked One Piece in the beginning. It's like everything and anything is possible, but when it actually happens, it's amazing. And then even you think about it, it changes everything. Your headcanon, your speculation, your theories. It's just great, bro. So, yeah. With y'all right in the chapter, I could say so much more. But I don't want to go in this video for y'all. And my crew needs me.